area. So area is the space inside a shape. So area is the space inside a shape. And then Tony actually just told us area is measured in square units. So when I'm looking at area, I may have a shape. I'll be given a shape, and it's going to have squares in it. So when I have my shape like this, it's going to have a length and a width, okay? So I have to count the square units on each side in order to figure out the length and width of those sides. So if I were to count the squares on this side, I have 1, 2, 3, right? I have 3 squares. 1, 2, 3. So I know this side is going to measure 3 square units. Well, now I need to measure the bottom, okay? In order to get what I need to multiply this by to get the area. So I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one's going to be 4 square units, okay? So in order to get the area, you have to, so we labeled, first thing we have to do is label the length and width of the rectangle. Okay, we did that. Then we have to multiply the sides to get the area. Okay, so for this model that I drew, I would take 3 and I would take 4 and I would do 3 times 4 equals, do we know what 3 times 4 is? Anybody?
12.
Good job, Holly. 12. So my area would be 12 square units. Okay. So I'm taking my length times width, and it equals my area. So all I'm doing is multiplying my 2 sides to get the total space inside my square or rectangle. Okay, so we're going to look at an example. So if I have a crop of corn, okay? I have a crop of corn. Here's my corn. So I want to know what the area of my crop of corn, the space inside my pasture is going to be. So I can actually so I'm going to use these Unifix cubes to help me figure it out. So I have 1, so I'm going to just cover up the corn. 2, 3, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many are on this side? Can someone tell me? How many are on this side? Dimitri, how many are on this side?
6 at the bottom are 5.
So we have 6 on the side. So 6 is our length. And our width would be, Annette?
5.
It would be 5. Okay, so I would have 6 and I would have 5. So I know I have 6 square units and I have 5 square units. Well, if I have 6 square units and I have 5 square units.
That's 11.
Oh, hold on. If I have 6 square units and 5 square units, how can I figure out the area? What did I just tell you we could do to figure out the area? Who remembers what I just tell you we could do to figure out the area? I have 6 and 5. Bianca, what could I do?
You can multiply.
I can multiply 6 times 5. And what does 6 times 5 equal? Anybody? Tony?
30.
30. So what would the area of my pasture be? What would the area be? Katya, what would the area be?
30.
30 what?
30 units?
Square
Squares.
units. So it'd be 30 square units. So I have 6 times 5 because I have 6 on the side and I have 5 at the bottom. So my width is 6 and my length is 5, right? So then I have 30 square units. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, this time I want you to get your math journals because we're actually going to do some together. So please get out your math journals. Please and thank you. We're going to do some guided practice and ones together. So you should have your math journal out. So our focus is going to be area of rectangles. All right, thumbs up when you have down on your math journal and you have written our title and date. You've gone out your math journal and you have written our title and date. Thumbs up when you're good. Isabella's good. Matina's good. Grace and Katya are good. You have your math journal out and you've written the time and the date. Oh, not the time, the title. Title and the date. Okay, Walter's good, Bella's good, Dimitri's good. So the first thing I want you to write is we are going to write our equation for area. So we know that length times width equals our area. So length times width equals our area. So anytime you're looking for area, you would be multiplying. Anytime you're looking for area, you're multiplying. All right, so we're going to start with our first example. So let's put example number 1. All right, we have Farmer Joe, and he is creating a section for his carrots. So we know that Farmer...
Do we have to write the example?
Huh?
Do we have to write the example?
You're copying what I'm doing.
I can't copy because my math notebook is actually full.
Farmer Joe has a section of land, okay? And it has 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 on the side. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the bottom. So this is his section of land for his carrots. He wants to know how many square yards will the whole carrot section be? He wants to know how many square yards will the whole carrot section be? So what's the first thing I need to do to figure out how big this carrot section is? I need to count and label what?
The area models.
Okay, what about the area model? What on the area model do I need to count and label?
The squares.
Okay. Do I just count all the squares all together?
No.
I specifically need to count the
Blocks. Square units.
the square units, or think about, what are these? These sides?
Those are sides and the bottoms.
The side and the bottom, right? So the length and the width. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I have 5 on this side. So this is 5 square units. Okay, I'm gonna go turn off one light and see if it makes it easier to see this. Okay, so I have 5 for my length. And then I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4,
7.
5, 6, 7. So this is 7. Square units. So remember, the first thing that I did was label and count the sides. I didn't count them all together. I counted the length and then the width. I counted one side and then the other side. I counted one side and then I counted the bottom. I didn't count them all together. Okay, so now what do I need to do to figure out how many square yards the whole carrot section is going to be? Because I don't want to just know the length and the width. I want to know how big the whole carrot section is going to be. How can I figure out how big the whole carrot section is going to be? What do I need to do next? Dimitri, what should I do next?
Application.
Which one? Say it one more time.
Application.
Multiplication?
Yep.
Multiplication? Okay. So I'm going to multiply. What two numbers am I multiplying? Kason, what two numbers am I multiplying?
5 times 7.
5 times 7. So I'm going to do 5 times 7. And what does that equal?
35.
Good job, Gabriel. 35. So then what is my area? What's the area? If 5 times 7 is 35, the area is, what, Grace? What is it?
35
35. Oh, say, hold on, keep saying it.
35 squares.
Square units. Good job. 35 square, I should use a different color. Units. So whenever we get these area problems, we can have kind of two different examples they can give us. They can give us one like this, where they give us the area model. They can also give us another example that doesn't give us the area model, but it tells us the length and the width. So our next question says, Farmer Joe has planted the lettuce section. He made a beautiful wooden border around the lettuce. The length was 6 feet and the width was 6 feet. How much space does the lettuce section take up? So the length equals 6 square units, and the width equals 6 square units. So if the length is 6 square units and the width is 6 square units, draw me the area model. So in your notebook, draw me the area model. If the length is 6 square units and the width is 6 square units, draw me the area model. That looks like this. That's similar to this one, but it's going to look different. If the length is 6 square units and the width is 6 square units, what is your model going to look like? What is this going to look like for this problem? So you're still going to start by drawing your square. And then what do you do from there? And then hold it up when you're done so I can see. Isabella, hold it a little closer. Isabella, hold it a little closer.
How many lines are there supposed to be?
Kason, think about the length and the width. If my length is 6 and my width is 6, think about how many lines would that be? My length is 6 and my width is 6. How many lines would I have? Good job, Tony. I've seen 2 peoples. I'm waiting on some more. My length is 6 and my width is 6. So what should it look like? Good job, Grace. Good job, Walter. Remember, you're not finding the area just yet. All you're doing is drawing the area model. All you're doing is drawing the model. Mateen, will you hold it a little closer for me, please? Good job, Mateen. Good job, Bianca. Waiting on a few more people. I need at least 3 more people to hold theirs up.
I already did it.
All right, well, where is it?
Oh, me? I used a pen or a marker. I'm just saying.
That's fine. Good job, Kason.
So it might be messy.
Good job, Miles.
Okay.
Good job, Dimitri. Good job, Gabriel. It is a little messy, but it's okay. You still did a good job.
I tried.
You still did a good job. You got it right. A little messy, but you got it right. All right.
At least I tried.
So, good job, Camila. All right. So how many should I have? How many square units do I need to have on this side right here for my width? Tony, how many square units do I need to draw?
6.
6. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a line. Draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I have 6. So I have 6 boxes, okay? So now, how many should be on the bottom? How many is my width? How many boxes do I need to draw for my width? Kason, how many boxes?
6.
Oh, not Kason. 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 square units, and I have 6 square units, okay? So I have 6 and 6. So now what do I need to do with that 6 and 6 to figure out how much space the lettuce section takes up? What do I have to do with that 6 and 6? What do I need to do with that 6 and 6? Brayden, what should I do with this 6 and 6 to figure out the area of the lettuce section?
Multiply them.
Multiply them. So I'm going to do 6 times 6 equals, anybody? Gabriel, don't say it. You already said it. Grace, what's 6 times 6?
36.
36. Good job. 36. So then, what does my area equal?
36.
36 what?
Square units.
Good job, Gabriel. 36 square units. Okay. All right. So, how do we feel? We feel good about this? Yeah? Okay. So your independent activity is going to be very similar to what we just did. You're going to have one where it's going to give you the area model, and you're going to count the squares, you're going to count the sides. And then there's going to be another one where you're actually going to have to draw the area. You're actually going to have to draw the area model. Okay. Do these area models look familiar? Does this look like something we've already kind of done?
No.
Are you sure? Casey,
No.
not yet.
Aerial model? Something
That was
new.
in 2nd grade.
We didn't. Yeah, you probably did this in 2nd grade. You also, what else did we make when we were solving multiplication? One of
Area
our
model.
strategies was to make what?
Area model.
What? Thank you, Bella. One of our strategies was to make area models. Okay, so this should be it's kind of easy. It might be a little hard though, just because you do have to think about it in length and width, okay? But, so your independent practice, okay? It's gonna be the same thing. You're gonna have one that's gonna give you the squares, and you're gonna have one where you're gonna have to draw the squares. So,